Hello everybody, welcome to this video. So this video is going to be a clarification on the circular number 22 of 2021, which was received very recently on the 29th of July. So what it contains? It contains about altered entry standards for your TASCO, CHEMCO and GASCO courses. Alright, so we all know that there are two different standards of courses. One is your basic training courses for oil tanker and cargo operations, after which you will eligible to get a level 1 DCE or a COP, which is for operational level. So that usually ratings, junior officers, cadets, whoever the company requires are eligible to get that you have only some specific operational level duties. Now your TASCO, CHEMCO and GASCO courses, once you have completed that based on your eligibility criteria, after that you are eligible to get a level 2 DCE, which is for management level. Now what is the criteria, what is the entry standards regarding the basic training courses for oil tanker cargo operations? You just need to carry out the four courses, which are the basic safety courses, which are nothing else: PST, FPFF, elementary first aid and PSSR. Once you have done that, then you are eligible to do your basic safety training, courses for your oil tankers, after which you can apply and get your DC or your endorsement for level 1. Now that is spoken to about circular 05 of 2015. That is what you're seeing on the screen now. Now training circular number 6 of 2020 speaks about advanced tanker. So when we talk about advanced tanker, what are the entry standards which are there in that, we will see now. It is given in page number 5. So entry standards. So the entry standards for your level 2 or for TASCO, CHEMCO and GASCO is that the person must be, as a minimum, there are three standards here. As a minimum, the person must have a COP as a rating in charge of a navigation or engineering watch, or completed sea time for appearing for a second mate COC or for a third engineer license, or the officer holding a certificate of competence, that the officer is already holding a COC. He should hold also proficiency of basic training for oil tanker cargo operations. Basic safety training course, tanker course, he must have completed. And then the last criteria, 3 months of sea time or 1 month of time in supervisory capacity for loading, for at least 3 loading and unloading operations, and that should be documented. These were the entry standards. Now the latest circular talks about the point number 9, talks about this. Now what they have done is that they have waived off these entry standards. Now there is only one standard with which you are eligible to do this TASCO, CASCO or CHEMCO course. Basically, you just need to have completed a basic tanker course. That is either your basic tanker course for oil and chemical tankers or your GTFC. If you have done that, you are eligible to do TASCO, CHEMCO or GASCO course. So only with that certificate you are eligible to do the course, based on which after you have completed the exit exam, you will get a course completion certificate, which is downloadable online from the COP checker. Now, what is the catch here? You will not be eligible only on this course completion certificate to apply for a level 2 DCE or a COP. That you are not eligible to get. You will be eligible to get that only after you complete 3 months of sea time. So you can see that in point number 9.4. Candidates without 3 months of sea time on the above mentioned tanker vessel, as per the requirement 78 as amended, will not be eligible for issuance of advanced tanker endorsement or COP. You can just do the course, complete the 3-tier system and get a course completion certificate, that's all. But you will not be eligible for a COP. And also point number 9.5 tells you no COP for advanced training shall be issued to a seafarer without a certificate of competency. So you can just do the course. Entry standard is there for the course, where even if you are a rating, you are eligible to do it. But unless you have a COC, you cannot get a level 2 DCE or an endorsement. Yeah, level 2 DCE endorsement or a certificate of proficiency, you will not be eligible to get it. And one more addition they have made. This is mainly for the institutes, where the institutes needed only a master FG to be in charge, to be course in charge. Now they have relaxed it and they have told that either a master COC candidate or a first engineer, that is a chief engineer who is recognized and issued by Government of India, can be course in charge. So these are the changes which have been included, or these are the changes that are there, which are discussed in circular number 22 of 2021. I hope this cleared your doubts regarding what is there in the circular. Thank you again. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.